Now, the rest of the story.
I just got done cleaning up my mistake, fixing up my mistake. I ended up running the JCB into this end bar the other night. We were trying to haul the last of the fodder bales in, which got nobody to blame but myself because I thought I was gonna clear it. I thought I was gonna clear it, and I ended up catching it with the corner of the track. But at least all of our bedding is made for the year. Feel like we have enough. We really should have enough, but with the sudden change in the weather, it really does make you a little concerned. If we have a wet spring like we did last year, excuse me, and we don't really freeze and have a winter, which we generally do, get cold enough that the ground firms up. Cold and dry really doesn't hurt anything. It's this cold and wet, or wet and cold. It's, to be completely honest, it's actually been kind of nice out. Temperature wise, it's just damp. Harvest, a lot of people are done. We aren't one of them. There's a lot of corn standing in the fields yet, so I can't say I'm not really too worried about that, largely just because as far as getting harvest done, we were running when we could. We got everything out that we could. Really didn't have much for delays, and we were able to get all of our bedding made for the year, because a week of rain on any of this material would just make a complete mess out of it. This means we're sitting really good there. Ryan's out contending with his cows. He's trying to wean his calves. I actually had to go through, bend this back because I had it about a 45-degree angle where it should have been. I just shoved the handyman jack in here, spread it back apart, 2 plates of steel, and actually I bulked this back up. It wasn't cracked or nothing, but I just wanted to basically just reinforce the welds that were already existing, and making sure that is just paint chipping. It burned in really good, so I'm not too worried about it. The big thing I need this bale trailer for, the other bale trailer for, which is sitting out back, is a good amount of my feed, of my winter feed for my cows, is down at, it's actually spread out between 2 different farms, and the majority of those bales are down at the valley, and I would like to try to get some of them hauled in here before long, granted before we get snow and ice. But being able to haul, I should get away with just probably 6 bales on a wagon. 12 bales at a time is a lot quicker than pulling 8 bales at a time back with the flatbed, or I think we were pulling 10 bales with the 4640 in the flatbed, but more tires underneath these wagons. I guess I get to see how 12 pull and go from there. I'm standing over by the roller mill because this has been torn apart all summer, and as we can see, it has been test ran, and as of right now it works, other than just realizing I got a couple bolts here, burrs, whatever I gotta tighten up. The chain on the conveyor system here, I went through and I fixed a couple pieces of it, sections of it I had to swap out, put a couple new links in, and it'll probably run for a while, not forever. The metering system we always just said concentrate for the dairy cows, but I'm going to be putting I believe it's a pellet protein in it, and my plans are, Ryan's planning on using it too now that we hopefully got it running. We got corn in the feed bins. And our intention is to run our whole shell corn through this, crack the majority of it this spring when I was going through and running corn through it. Either it was set so tight, watch out dude, it was set so tight that it took forever, which is that looks like where I got, no. It would either take forever to run through because it was just that slow when you're trying to make sure you're grinding everything, but it seems like you're getting a little bit more powder, which a roller mill, you're not going to get powder like you do with a hammer mill, like with New Holland over there. The whole point of this is just to crack the kernels and allow for more digestibility. I'm planning on bucket feeding my cows this winter again, my calves also. So like my steers, my heifers are going to be getting 6 pounds per day, per head per day of just the rolled whole corn, and with the protein that I give them. The reason I want to stick with this is because I have it, I'm going to use it. It does work. It does. I had to rewire it, but it does work. Just trying to figure out how we're all going to utilize everything. If I can just get a big canvas or something, so we do have a smaller one, but I'm thinking just throwing a big canvas over it. Keeps the rain and the weather off of it, because we would really need it. I, in particular, really need it down by the bin, just so I can use it daily, because it's about 8 buckets per day that I'll need to mix, and it'll slow us down like filling the mill up. We're going out to fill the steer stuffers, but if we're able to utilize it, we want to. That's why we went to the trouble of getting it out of the feed room. Ryan does have a longer pallet because you see we are just kind of hanging out the end there. This is all I had at the time. Oh, excuse me. Ryan's actually got a longer pallet that we'll be able to secure it down on, because I do have it ratchet strapped to this for ease of movement to get it around where we need to or in and out of the way. 100 foot of cord. Was able to buy that for, I would say, dirt cheap off Amazon. Really surprised me, because I was already going to great lengths to make my own out of an old unloader cable, which would have been super long. But I got that for like pennies on the dollar for what I was doing. I did go ahead. I loosened up the collar, and I actually tilted this ahead a little bit. The conveyor, the way it is set up is probably not how it was meant to be ran, but it's how it's going to be ran. Is when the chain is running, it is running counterclockwise as you see it. So it's going down from above and then back underneath on the bottom on this side. So growing up, it was set to go the other way. It was discharging out the other side, and what it was doing is it was actually coming around, catching the corn at the bottom and then flipping it up and pulling it up along the top. The only reason that I wanted to tilt this out more is because these paddles are pulling this corn up to here, and it's opened up. I mean, this is all an open area up there, and I want the corn to have enough incentive to fall off those paddles before they come back around. Because the problem with these conveyors and how you really mess them up is by having that, your material that you're running through, I could say material because it's easier to say corn, oats, hay, grain, whatever, going back around, and then you just constantly fill this up until you plug it, and then you have a really unfun time. I did go through, and after running it and making sure it was going to work, I did silicone this lower door up so it doesn't leak anywhere. We really haven't fully utilized this thing in 10 years. Maybe 9 years, because I know we did use it a little bit even after the dairy cows went, but just one of those things where it just kind of fell out. So, you know, the focus is on trying to feed cows effectively. Speaking of the cows, I got one out here that I'm going to show you guys at the end of this clip here, and that'll be it for talking about cows for this year. If I can't really harvest, which 4 or 5 days of decent running is going to have us pretty well done. Tillage can run longer hours if we need to. The other thing that we're kind of hanging on is hauling manure, and it, depending on what the calendar is saying, it really might just be something where get 2 chisel plows running and then try to find somebody that can run skid steer and run the manure spreader and actually finish in a hurry, because we're making good time. Just weather delays, that's where a lot of that stress comes from. I don't know where this socket set went. That's probably why these sockets are just sitting out here, huh? That's the problem when it comes to racing weather or trying to work with Mother Nature. We had 8 weeks of dry weather, and as of right now it's not super cold, but there's hardly a dry day or two in the forecast. So yes, that is a little stressful. Let me get this cleaned up and I'll show you guys what I got to show you. Here we're looking at all the factory workers, hoping that we'll still have like 90% of them come December, January, whenever we get them preg checked. But speaking of calves, this is the end of my 2024 calving season. It was gone almost as fast as it showed up. Only thing is I'm just slightly disappointed. Yes, we knew that she was going to have a calf. Oh, now you like me? Don't let her fool you. She was trying to hurt me here 2 seconds ago. What's the matter? You a biter? Huh? Come here. I got a pile of oats sitting over there for you, because I'm going to trick you away from your calf. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Tickle, tickle, tickle. She's doing her best at, yeah. See, now we're getting back into character. I'm going to sling that gate over and either push her over there or vice versa, because I got a chain on the end of that gate. Little Miss Junior is going to be getting a tag. I'm not crazy that she's black hided. I was really hoping for, because I knew she was a heifer. I knew that she was going to have a calf. I knew that it was going to be a heifer because my vet could see that on the ultrasound when she was only 45 days bred. And like I said, she's got a little bit of a tood, but this is what I look for in a cow. I like her framing. I like her height. I mean, the fact that I decided not to tag the calf last night because of her is, well, seems like they all at least get one, freebie. But what's that? Let's see. What's it? That? You want that? The friendliest cows can also be the meanest. Don't let that fact ever slip your mind. But I say I like quiet cows. Here's Grandpa's heifer's calf. She used to be super friendly because she was a bottle calf, but when I traded her for Pink Eye a while back of that same year, she decided to hate me for it. So come here, babe. Oats, just a touch of corn, a few soybeans by accident, and protein. Yeah, this is more or less a pasture mix. Come here. There's a dog. Come here. Look at this. I'm getting rained on. See? Get the tunnel vision off me. Everybody's trying to bite me. So, ow! That hurt, jackass. All right. You gotta be careful having the dogs out when you do this. Close-up shot for Myrna. It's a girl. She's already not mine. So she's got she's got black hair with some red undertone. She's already my dad's. You're a turd, you know that? That's that number 26. His dad helped me get her in yesterday. She was out in the mud, and we're doing a 1-for-1 trade. I'm gonna get one of Dad's red heifers because he's got a couple of red heifer calves down at my place on his cows that I should be weaning off here in about a month. Yes, I see you. And I'm already doing that with a couple other ones over there. But personally, I think it shouldn't be like 2-for-1, you know, like, I don't know, 1 black calf worth, you know, 2 red heifer calves. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not, I don't know. I'm joking. Ugh. So, but it's wet. Time change is stupid. And I gotta go pick up Relina as soon as I'm done with my chores here. And the problem is, by the time I go get Relina, it's dark out. And it's wet and miserable out, so there's not much point in trying to come back up and find something to do. Alright. That's 2 of those buckets were her water buckets. Last the twine from the twine bales. And I've already said it a bunch of times in the past, but selenium, optimizer, and for now a blue tag. She'll be tagged orange something when we swap her out for Dad's cattle, but for now she's being marked as one of mine. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go in and see if I can't. That should have been done right after she was born, but I didn't feel like risking getting hurt last night, so it is what it is. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe.